On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype, we make it take flight.
Yeah man, my viewers and subscribers, what go on. A blessed and wonderful Wednesday morning to each and every person out there tuning in to On The Spot News Media. Now, my peeps, I don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. So in the morning, my peeps, I have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we are going in Jamaica. So watch this now, my peeps, in the morning, I tell you, a lot of people out there mourning the loss of their loved one due to the hands of criminal elements last night. But many others are breathing a sigh of relief because some old dirty Corna boy was also taken out by Officer Yeman Pick and team, and rifles and handguns recovered. So we're going to start off with the good news, where Officer Yeman Pick and team put on a decent spot of work again. Yeah man, me I tell you. Well, 4 dirty criminal element is no longer among the land of the living, and 5 guns have been recovered by the police. Now, information reaching On The Spot News Media is that a patrol team that is attached to the Kingston Central Police Division was on patrol, and upon reaching the vicinity of KPH, that's the Kingston Public Hospital, it is said that the officers heard loud explosions coming from Orange Street, vicinity of the Tranquility Funeral Home. It is said that the officers proceeded to the area where they saw several criminal elements in a heated gun battle with each other. And upon seeing the police, the criminal elements turned their weapons in the direction of the officers. Well, I don't know how Officer Yeman Pick and team work as well trained officers from the agriculture school in Portland, where they were taught how to plant corn in a dirty boy stomach. Yeah man, it is said that the police took evasive action and fired in the direction of the criminal elements. It is said that the men fled in different directions. The police report further stated that shortly after, a white Toyota Isis motor vehicle drove out of the open lot which is near to the old JPS building, and men in that particular vehicle did the unthinkable and opened gunfire in the direction of the police team and drove along Orange Street. The police gave chase and the vehicle crashed at the intersection of King Street and Charles Street, and about 6 men, heavily armed, exited that motor vehicle, firing in the direction of the police. The police returned fire and 3 of the men were hit and fell to the ground. It is said that 3 9mm pistols was recovered from them. A further search of the vehicle was carried out, and 2 M16 rifles were found inside that vehicle. The other men who opened gunfire at the police escaped along Beeson Street, but the police continued their search of the area. The police report stated that they stumbled upon a man who was identified by them as one of the alleged Nakis and Clappis in that fiery fight between the police and the criminal elements. He was seen slumped right along Beeson Street and Orange Street, suffering from a portion to corn up wounds. Yeah man, he was however taken to the Kingston Public Hospital where of course he was pronounced you know what. But during that knockings and clappings between the police and the criminal elements, a team of police officers attached to the Kingston Western Police Division came to the assistance of the team from the Kingston Central Police Division, and during that fiery fight, one police officer was hit. He was taken to an undisclosed medical facility to seek treatment. On the Spot News Media received information from a credible source which stated that the police officer is in stable condition and is in a rather upbeat mood. Yeah man, so another decent spot of work again by the squaddy them. 4 dirty criminal element, Ghana shot eye country land, 3 9mm pistol, 2 M16 rifle. Boy, may I tell you, decent spot of work. Right there, so. But anyway, make we continue. Officer Yeman Pick and team never done with the night, because over there in the community of Waterford, St. Catherine, the police them ClapWeh another youth, leaving him lifeless and take a machine off of him. He has since been identified as Kevin, but more popularly known in the criminal underworld as Fata or Bird, just 19 years of age, said to be from the Ferry district area in St. Catherine. He was fatally taken out during a confrontation with the police. One Smith & Wesson .38 revolver, serial number erased, was taken from his lifeless body. He was definitely taken to the hospital where he was officially pronounced you know what. And still in the knockings and clappings throughout last night, in the St. Andrews Central Police Division, in the area known as Macintosh Drive, that's in the stadium area, knockings and clappings took place by criminal elements, where they took the life of a man identified as Michael Brown, but more popularly known in the streets as Papa. It is said that he's 25 years old and he is from the Red Hills Road community. It is said that he was taken out in a hail of bullets along the roadway by unknown assailants. Boy, may I tell you, my peeps, the thing rough. And now over there in the St. Catherine South Police Division in Old Harbour, a place known as Planters Hall in Ruletown District. This one most definitely is a shocking one that has left many people wondering what could have taken place in that rural community. But over the years, we see some isolated cases are going in at the very same era there, where some 1 and 2 knockings and clappings go on here and there, resulting in the loss of life of some people. Now last night, the old dirty Corna boy, them strike again, taking the life of a 51-year-old man identified as Neville Harvey, but more popularly known in the streets as Spragga. It is also to note that his 73-year-old mother was also hit in that brutal onslaught. She is still alive and fighting for her dear life. Boy, may I tell you. So the question is now, my peeps, what could have really caused the criminal elements if we got take out a 51-year-old man and also clap some can in her mother in a bit for take fear life too? Luckily, the good lad said, boy, mommy, and a year time yet, and she's still among the land of the living. Boy, may I tell you, the knockings and clappings continues. Now we are going to head to Western Jamaica, and we are going to make a step over there in the most murderous police division we are talking about, the St. James Police Division, out of Barrett-town, a Babman Hill, go on bad last night. A portion to knockings and clappings, whole heap of people drop, but one fatally so. Now a man identified as Tevin Scott, otherwise known as Prince in the street, end up get can up losing him 3 points at Bambolan in Lilliput, St. James. He was taken out in a hail of bullets whilst among other men in that particular area. 3 others get seriously caught up and presently in the hospital nursing a portion to can up wounds. Some are saying that a 3, but some are say a 4. We don't know the score for sure, but on the Spot News Media, definitely I go keep a close tab on this one here and update you in subsequent newscast. And still in the parish of St. James, 1 man end up losing 3 points and another in the custody of the police following a fight at a construction site in Rose Heights in St. James Monday afternoon. Now the deceased man is presently on your screen and he has since been identified as 21-year-old Sedno Edmondson, otherwise known as 12 in the streets. Said to be a mason, come from a place where them call Beirut in Rose Heights. Now the suspect, who is 19 years old, is also from the said community of Rose Heights. Now reports reaching on the Spot News Media is that sometime around 3 p.m. on the day, the 2 men were at a construction site in the community when the suspect took up a bottle containing rum and left. It is alleged that the now deceased man, known as 12, got upset and an argument subsequently developed. During the argument, the suspect told Edmondson that at 12 about his mother. It is said that 12, who had a shovel in his hand, attempted to hit the suspect, but he ran in his yard and returned with a knife. The police report is now stating that 12 again attempted to hit the suspect and residents tried to separate them. However, 12 failed to adhere and swung the shovel at the suspect, who used his left hand to block the shovel, resulting in him receiving bruises and swellings on the same hand. It is said that 12 was knifed up several times in his abdomen. He fell to the ground. Police said that he got back up and held on to the suspect and swung the shovel at him again. It is said that 12 again was knifed up in the region of his neck. The police report stated that the suspect then fled the scene, threw away the knife, and visited the Mount Salem police to report the matter. He was seen with bruises and swellings on his left hand and under his left eye. Residents transported 12 to the Cornwall Regional Hospital, where doctors pronounced him you know what. The suspect has since been taken into police custody as they conduct their investigations. Boy, some of the time, we just little bit too bad. We iggy as can to all Jamaicans say it. We ignorant, bad, we not no sense. We dark. And you see it? At the same darkness, leave him in an eternal darkness. Youths and youths, be wise. A man take up a bottle of rum. We get to understand, say, a 12 work site. He might do some decking. So a fiend bottle of rum, so that's why I'm vexed. But you can't lose your 3 pints over a bottle of rum. Joke thing that youth and youth. Sometime you have to learn to deal with these type of situations more amicably. Yeah, man. Now over there in the neighboring parish of Hanover, Green Island again, round a lagwood, right a Fish River Road, another man end up lose him 3 pints. Now the man in question has since been identified as Jamar Miles, said to be 24 years of age, of a Fish River Road address in the parish of Hanover. It is said that he was taken out in a hail of bullets by them same criminal element there that the police describe as unknown assailants. Me I tell you, my peeps, these young men, their lives just go up in smoke day in, day out. And still in the parish of Hanover. We remember a case where a Canadian woman ended up losing her 3 pints in the parish of Hanover, and her lover was said to be the accused Nakis and Clappis that took her life. He was taken into custody by the police, but guess what? He's now out on bail. So let me give you the full rundown of that particular story. Now, this man here, present on your screen, identified as Eric Collins, age 52, but he's known as Steve in the streets, who was charged with possession of prohibited weapon and using a firearm to commit a felony in connection with a knockings and clappings of this 52-year-old female presently on your screen, identified as April Labine, said to be of a Norfolk, Ontario address in Canada. Now, Colin was granted bail following a successful application by his attorney, Christopher Townsend. Now, according to police report, the 52-year-old Canadian female, who is known as April Labine, who arrived in Jamaica late last year, was at a rented apartment in a section of Hanover known as Elgin Town in Lucy. It is said that she stayed at that rented apartment with Collins. Now, it is said that an argument developed between both. The argument reportedly escalated, and the female, the 52-year-old female Canadian, April Labine, was conned up by the 52-year-old man. Now, police who responded to that particular knockings and clappings the following morning stated that they found April's body inside the apartment with a single corn-up wound to the head. It is said that Collins later surrendered to the police in Kingston and was charged. He is to return to court for his trial hearing on June 18th. So we don't know for sure why Your Honor decide to give him some bail. But as Ninja Man would have said in the meme, something right, yeah, so? Yeah, man. So anyway, make we continue. Now over there in the parish of Westmoreland, a knockings and clappings took place of a businessman. It is said that the businessman was at his establishment in Smithfield in the parish on Tuesday afternoon when he was taken out by criminal elements. Now, the businessman has since been identified as Andre Reed, age 45. He's known in the streets as Dos. So basically, Dos, bite the dust. Poor me, I tell you. The thing rough. Now on the Spot News Media understands that men traveling in a motor car alighted and can up the now deceased man multiple times. He was pronounced you know what at the hospital. But guess what now? On the Spot News Media get to understand that the man that lost his life, thus, was a complainant in a gun court matter. So just probably, his loss of life is coming from that. Really, really sad, me I tell you, my peeps. But anyway, make we continue. Now still in the parish of Westmoreland, this woman presently on your screen was slapped with cruelty charges after her 8-year-old son perished in a Westmoreland fire. Now the Westmoreland police have laid charges against 29-year-old Sharon McDonald for cruelty to a child following the loss of life of her 8-year-old son who perished in a fire last weekend. The incident happened sometime around 11 p.m. at their Top Lincoln Granger address. It is said that the 29-year-old woman, Sharon McDonald, was charged following a witness statement. Now, the official police report in regards to her arrest states that The woman, Sharon McDonald, the mother of Jamil Richardson, present on your screen, left him unattended in their one-bedroom, concrete and wooden structured house. Citizens in the community then reportedly saw fire coming from the house and heard the boy calling out for his mother. The residents rushed to his assistance. However, sadly, the fire is said to have quickly engulfed the house and basically stopped the residents from helping the young boy. Now, on the spot, news media understands that the police and the Savannah Lamar Fire Department were alerted. During the cooling down operations, the firemen reportedly found the charred remains of the Peggy Barry Primary School student. He was laying in the back section of the house. The house was destroyed along with its contents, and the police had gotten information that the female presently on your screen was the one who started the fire with the intention of taking her own child's life. Really, really sad, my peeps. Can you imagine? Look how nice and handsome this little boy is. You know how much people would have probably taken him if she did just came go to one station and left him. Came go to one fire station and left him. Something. Instead of taking his life in such an horrific manner. This mother must definitely have some mental issues going on in her head. You carry the child, bring him up for so long, and for you to take his life in such a fashion is most definitely questionable. Boy, may I tell you, the thing rough. But anyway, my peeps, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscast. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.